Hi, hello. Today's live is called Speak So They Take You Seriously, and I intend to have a deep dive into why you should consider speaking if you have a business, or if you want to grow in credibility, if you are thinking of having speaking as just one stream of income or something that you do. You should take yourself seriously because when you speak, people take you seriously. My name is Lisa Dublin. I am a speaker who goes out and gets paid as a keynote, as a guest speaker. I do workshops, I do retreats, all of the things. As well, I'm a trainer of speakers. And so I have two programs. My first one is called Speak with Confidence. And I launch that program once a year. We just completed our ninth cohort, and the 10th cohort will be next year, April to May 2026. And that program is for professionals, entrepreneurs who really just want to speak more confidently and authentically, not necessarily to go out and to get paid as a thing that they do as a career. So it's always nicely subscribed to, and lots of people, lots of CEOs, lots of people, management people have passed through that program. So if you want to, you can go to my website lisamdublin.com, and you can sign up for the wait list for that program there. My second program is called Find Your Fire, and it is to teach people how to go from 0 to 2K as a paid speaker. You guys, this field is wide open. The speaking industry is $1 billion industry. There are people who are not going to accept $10,000 as their speaking fee because they have progressed beyond that. And so there is room for you to start off as a guest speaker, keynote speaker, panelist, as an MC or host, as somebody who's a coach or business person who speaks about the services that they provide because you're in the field. Like I always go out and do Speak with Confidence workshops, and I speak about speaking. You can do it. You can speak about accounting. You can speak about whatever your business is and have that, even as you promote the main business, have your speaking gigs as a way to be another stream of income for you. There's also those kinds of people who never get out of this chair. They never get off the streaming platform. We call those streaming storytellers. And do you know their platforms are oftentimes way bigger than you and I who step on a stage? These people are able to reach thousands and millions of people because obviously the internet is borderless. And because it's also asynchronous, as in people can watch whenever they want to, at whatever time that they want to, once the replay is up. Because of that, then you have so many more people being able to subscribe, to whatever you are putting out. I experienced this a little while ago. Just started doing things differently on my YouTube channel. And you guys, I kid you not, in 2 or 3 days, my viewership went up by thousands. One time it was 15,000, then it was 16, then 18,000, then I got another notification, it's now at 19,000. Because if you know how to tweak it and to tell the right stories, you can create the buzz, you can create the exposure that makes you top of mind in whatever field you basically want to be known in. That's what it is. So today I want to leave with you 5 ways that you absolutely need to step out there and to speak so that people can take you more seriously. Whatever your field is very, very important. Let's go to those right now. The first one is this. Do you know getting out there and speaking is one way to build your credibility? One thing, if you follow me, you will know about me is as much as I teach all of these strategies, what underlines all of it is an adherence and a particularity and carefulness for authenticity. As in, don't be it, don't say it if you're not it. Don't say that you are something that you're not. But by all means, I do believe there are as many people who are the goats, who are great at what they do, just don't know the outlet and the way to step out and to say the things that they know that can solve problems for other people, that can bring value into other people's lives and into situations. We need to hear from you. Your voice is important. Your point of view can change the direction of folly. If only you would be able to speak up and understand it's not about you, it's about solving problems in the world. So, the first point is that speaking is one way to build your authority very fast. There is something they teach in marketing, and it is that if you have a business, the way that you get to become the guru, the expert, is yes to do the work and to know that you're the expert, to know your stuff. But in terms of marketing it, you have to get out there. That is how you want to get top of mind awareness. They call it TOMA, top of mind awareness. So, for example, I'm pretty sure with all the work that I've been doing on LinkedIn, on Instagram, wherever, all over the place, that when you think of speaking, I hope you think of me. When you think of a speaking program, because you see the brand all over the place, the Speak with Confidence brand, you're like, okay, there is somebody who can help me to become more confident and authentic. I need to connect with Lisa. And that is by design. That is in terms of being consistent, being creative, and being available. So you go on YouTube, I'm there. You come here on LinkedIn. All my posts are, for the most part, related to speaking and communication. Listen, in your field today, whatever you do you understand that your speaking ability and your willingness to step out and to be heard, to be seen, it actually gets you more credibility. And who doesn't want that? Now, that goes without saying that it's not just about speaking. That if you're going to be saying something, like, for example, I am so sure that my two programs work. I'm giving away the 5 tips for free on my in my webinar on Sunday, the 29th of June. I'm going to be teaching my 5 simple, powerful steps to become a paid speaker. You guys, I'm so ashamed to say that, but I have just done consultations with people and they have taken the information and they have begun to run with it. They are definitely getting more visibility. They are definitely coming up and being known for one thing because I have a simple process that works. It's the same way I've got a formula for my Speak with Confidence program, and I gladly, confidently, like, why would you not do this program? Do it. You know why? Because I'm sure it works. I've got proof. I've got proof that it works. I am not the only one who has proof in a certain area. You are sitting on your receipts. You are sitting on the results that you have gotten for other people, not understanding that there is an entire line and market of people out there waiting to have you as their provider. If only you would step out, open your mouth, show them what you can do and how you can help them. It's not bragging. It is helping somebody else to realize their own dreams and to overcome the obstacles that might be difficult for them, but easy for you because you have the formula. So one way for you to be known in the space and to get top of mind awareness is to speak, and to do it in a way that is systematized, where you know the basics of speaking, you know how to handle the live stream, you know how to talk to people, you come across as knowledgeable, as gracious, as elegant. These are all of the things that I teach in both the Speak with Confidence program and this upcoming program, Find Your Fire, that is going to take you from 0 to 2K and show you how to add that stream of income to what you already do, whether you are in the 9 to 5 or whether some of the people who have signed up, yes, in the 9 to 5. Some people who have already signed up are just entrepreneurs who are terrified of getting out there and telling people what they're about. That cannot be you. Help is here. Here's something else why you should be speaking up. You know, your voice builds trust even before people buy from you. And why is that very important? Because before people can buy from you, they have to know you, like you, and trust you. Now, it doesn't mean that they need to like have all your deepest, darkest secrets and you need to have theirs. No, we're talking about as an entrepreneur or even as a speaker out there, a coach, somebody who has a financial service, for example, or so diversify a little bit. Somebody who has okay, so you have a business. I have a coaching business and a speaking business, right? Somebody else I know has an accounting business, a bookkeeping service. Other people might even have something as simple as you bake cakes. You have this business where you provide or bespoke event management services to people. Do you know from even that kind of career, you can create a stream of income as a speaker because you speak around your topic? This morning, I was coaching an executive. I do the private coaching in my All the World's a Stage program. You know, those kinds of people, they don't have time. They don't meet every week. I meet them at their, convenience. It's a bespoke kind of service that I offer. And even though I'm teaching the basics, it's at a higher level because the view from the CEO position is different. And because I'm always in the whole communication space, I'm always looking at things from a speaking lens. What I did with my client this morning was something that I had been doing all weekend with other students in other spaces. I was just simply able to pitch it at that person's level. In your practice, in your area of expertise, all you need is a bit of creativity to create the speaker profile. So let's say you're a burnout coach. You should be getting on here talking about burnout, not just posting, but there's something very attractive and compelling about video. And I know not everybody's comfortable with it. Believe you me, if you pass through any of my programs, you will be okay with jumping on a call, doing a live stream, etc., because it's a muscle that I teach you to build. I didn't come by this just yesterday, right? I did my first live stream during the pandemic. Even though I had been speaking for a very long time, when it came to sticking a camera in my face and going live, the first time I did it, I had just come from doing a run on the road. And I came back into my yard and I put on the camera and I went live talking about radical obedience will give radical results. Oh my goodness. Like I was nervous. I was all of the things. But guess what? Right now, I have to go live. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to providing value to the point where it's okay to keep it up after because people can get to see. Because I'm confident, even though it might not be perfect, but it will give value. The other point of leaving stuff like this up is because it's asynchronous, you can watch it at 12 midnight when I'm asleep, or you can watch it at 6 in the morning, whatever time zone you are in or whatever time works for you. But the message gets spread, and therefore you learn to trust me where matters of speaking and being confident and being authentic are concerned. That's how you do it. And here's another thing, I don't even have this point on here, but why would you not speak about your business? Do you understand that people who insert themselves and put their personal selves into their brand, they sell better? That the brand is associated, especially if you do have like a great reputation, that people know you for certain things, they come to associate the products and services that you sell with who you are. Which is why, obviously, reputation is something that we must guard with everything we have, but you can also wield it to your advantage. So get out there and speak. Put on the live stream, go live on Instagram, make a short reel, anything that gets you out there so people can learn to trust you even before they buy from you. The person, too, who's wanting to build a speaking career around a certain topic. Like for me, my chosen speaking topic is entrepreneurship. The highs, the lows. I believe that if you have desire, you have determination, and you have design, the 3 Ds, you can make it as an entrepreneur. How do I know that? Because I'm living it. I do believe sometimes you have to dig deeper. Sometimes it's like, oh, I need to get back into the office. But no, you dig deeper. Because definitely there's a market for what you have. You just have to figure out a way to reach that market. And so I speak a lot on entrepreneurship even while I'm doing it. It's kind of like a meta kind of situation where you're doing the thing while talking about doing the thing while speaking about speaking. That you get it, right? But you create your own sauce with your own business. And when you come to speak about your chosen career field, people will see you as a trustworthy source. Not only that, let's also go to the next point. So many people are waiting for things to be perfect and for them to have all the information in the world before they step out and speak. Can I tell you two things today? Visibility beats perfection every day. So, mightn't have the makeup right, or maybe I forgot to put on the necklace, or the dog is sleeping down here and I'm afraid he'll bark any moment now, but I'm here. I'm talking about my services. I'm talking about the importance of speaking. I'm encouraging the person who's sitting on a gold mine with their voice to get up and to speak and to even look further to see that the things you have to say, these are like waving flags. Hey, I've got a way to do it. Come over here. I can teach you. That's what happens when you give yourself the right to let your voice be heard in spite of what anybody says or doesn't say, in spite of, any criticism you might get or not get, but you get out there. That is your right. Visibility beats perfection. The second reason is that we always think, eh, like, this whole imposter syndrome thing. I'm very careful about it. I don't have imposter syndrome anywhere. Like, I no, no. And I don't say that anywhere. Like, the things that where I'm weak and where I fail, I say them very easily. But I don't have imposter syndrome. You know why? Because I understand, even though I don't know the entire encyclopedia of public speaking, after 20 years of doing it, after taking how many dozens of people, or even hundreds, because I used to do lots of these workshops back in the day, after taking so many people through the Speak with Confidence program in its every iteration, I understand that even though I don't know everything about public speaking, I have enough that I can help people. And that is the attitude that you right now you need to adopt. You don't have to be perfect. If you are at a 3, you can speak to the zeros, those people who have no knowledge about a thing. You can speak to the people who are at a level 1, a level 2, you can. If you are at a level 5, and level 5 does not mean that you're perfect, but you have significant experience in the field, whatever it is, finances, education, business, communication, maybe mastering body language. There's this lady, Linda Clemens, and all she does is work on body language with high level people. All she does is teach body language. Can you imagine that? And people pay her for that talent, far less you. So she's at a 5. She can speak to the zeros, the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours. What is my point? Speaking is one way that you reach your audience, even though you are not perfect. And it's okay. And the thing that I've realized is that some which what way, why does humanity appreciate humanity? I'm not talking about sloppiness. I'm not talking about not being excellent in a field. But I have found I get so much more traction in anything I do when I come with my excellence, yes, but also with my humanity. When I show the upsides as well as the downsides. When I admit the places that I don't know, even as I show the brilliance of the areas where I am the expert. Humanity appreciates humanity. That's what I need to say about that. Okay. So here's something else, and it's curious, you guys. So I need to tell you something that I've been doing the last couple of days. I haven't really advertised it here because I'm like, whosoever will come. I began in May a 31-day YouTube challenge. So if you go to my website, to my YouTube channel, Basement Chronicles, you can catch it there. Please like and subscribe to my Basement Chronicles channel. I'm not just saying it because I'm asking you a favor. I'm asking you to do it because it's valuable. It's valuable to be connected with me. Talk about self confidence. Yeah, it is. It is. I know who is valuable to be connected with, and I am. And I think it's valuable to be connected with me. Seriously, like I got a job by going in, and when they asked, like, why did you want why did you want this job on TV? I said, well, if you're on TV, you need interesting persons, and I'm interesting. I literally said that to the general manager, and he smiled. He went and he called the other manager, and I was hired because I said, no, you need interesting people on TV, and I'm interesting, so hire me. I have no idea where that came from, but by the grace of God, I got the job. But I meant it. I meant it. I literally can't get away. I cannot apologize. No, I literally meant it. So it's the same way I'm saying to you, go to my YouTube channel, Basement Chronicles. There's lots of stuff there. And I was saying to you, the next point is that when you speak, it gives you structure and clarity. So this one is an internal benefit why you should get out there and speak so that you people will take you seriously. Because when you speak, you actually take yourself more seriously. Let me explain that point. I started this 31-day challenge on YouTube. I just completed day 28 or 27. So just a couple more days to go. I hope you join me. It's very early in the morning, 6 a.m. MST, and I just chop it up about whatever came to me, whatever I'm thinking about, and how, we should, it's all sorts of things about life, God, speaking, confidence, all of the things. So please join me over there. There's also a playlist of the subsequent days. Okay. So also, I want so I every time I speak, I get better. Every time I speak, there is more clarity about what I'm saying. There's more, like, speaking begets speaking in so many ways. Something happens when you utter words that then influence your mind and then further influence the words. It's like a loop that happens. So I used to go live so often during COVID. During the pandemic, Basement Chronicles, I launched the channel and the movement, and it's really it's a movement of authenticity and all of that, right? And I just kept on speaking, and as I spoke, I clarified my thoughts. I clarified my points of view about goal setting, about speaking with confidence and authenticity, what exactly that meant. From the speaking, I got frameworks on how to put things in a way that people would understand. And of course, if you are going live, a lot of back in the day, I used to be on Facebook a lot, you'd get the instant feedback. And so it helped you by answering questions, by thinking in the moment to just simply put things in perspective and to be more organized in your thoughts, to have more clarity, and to just do better as a speaker. So that point that I want to bring to you today is that when you speak, you give your message structure. You have an idea, you have a vision. They say write it out. I also say speak it out. Test it against other people's minds, against other people's questions and curiosity. And you'll see how you doing that generates energy, enthusiasm. It generates clarity for you that you want to continue to do the thing or not. Sometimes speaking it out makes you realize, oh my gosh, there's nothing there. This is a nothing burger. I am not doing this. That happens as well. Now, this next point about why you should speak so that people take you seriously and how that happens is, again, going back to speaking begets speaking, but this time it's in a different way. Do you know when people hear you speak, it leads to other opportunities? One of my speakers in my in the Find Your Fire program, so I did the pilot in January. And this group is now on fire. They literally have found a thing they want to speak about. They are going out and creating opportunities to speak. And every time they speak, they are getting other opportunities to speak. How does this happen? So it's not just because I go and do a keynote that I'm going to get a keynote experience, another keynote gig. It might be that somebody is able to see me in a certain way and ask me to do perhaps a talk, a retreat, a workshop, something that comes out of me stepping out and saying something and putting ideas out there. They hear it and they then say, I wonder if this person, from what I heard she's talking about, it seems to me she might be very good to do maybe a collaboration. Maybe I can invite her on a podcast. That person, I have had people sign up for my coaching programs after hearing me speak. I've done goal set, especially when I do anything on confidence or goal setting. Two sets of people come up to me: parents who want me to coach their youth, and also people who are like in executive positions or so on, who are looking to just improve their confidence and their speaking abilities because they see you in action. They see the authenticity. They see what you're good at. They can see themselves working with you, which is why I do believe, and it's common knowledge, that speaking is both art and science. And so you learn to do certain things. There are things that you have to control: volume, delivery. What are you doing with your hands? How are you looking on stage? Are you dressing appropriately? But there are some intangibles that I think sometimes speak more powerfully than just having all of the nuts and bolts in order. What could that be? How you respond to a question. Hmm? When you create those kairos moments that, oh my goodness, like people would be like, this person really seems to love what she does. I want to get around her. Like I had somebody sign up for my Speak with Confidence program. We went through the consult, everything. She signed up, and then she's like, well, I'm not exactly sure what this program is about, but I just know I want to be connected to you. I mean, just a dear heart. But I recognize where she was coming from because, frankly, I have been that person as well who connects to somebody's energy and just simply, I'll find your podcast. I'll find everything that you're doing. I'll subscribe to your email list. I'll read all your emails. I'll follow you when you go live. I don't care what time. Once I'm able to, I'm there, or I'll watch the replay because I'm bought into what you have to offer and who you are. Speaking is one way to build that kind of bond with people, the intangibles of them seeing you, how you react, and how you answer questions. They can, I didn't realize many people, this is only for the people who are very authentic and you're not trying to put on a fuss. I'm so against that. Like, it's just not me, right? I No. Like, why? Just be yourself, because there's more stuff where that is concerned. You don't have to be generating things when you are just yourself, because that's just who you are. You show up as you are. You put on the bells and whistles, yes. But if I'm starting from my genesis, my core, from not being authentic, it's going to create a problem at some point. As a student of mine said, at some point, inauthenticity is going to catch up with you. So might as well just be yourself and understand, while you might not be right for everybody, you will find your true tribe. If you are sending out that consistent you whistle, I don't want to say dog whistle because we don't deal in that kind of language. We're not that. But if you send out a you, Y-O-U whistle, a whistle like a sound and a brand that's so deeply who you are, two things are going to happen. You're going to lose all of those people who will not subscribe to who you deeply are. At the same time, you will attract your true fans, your true followers, your true subscribers, that kind of thing. That's what you want, because if you find them, you have them for life. You keep on giving value, you keep on showing up as yourself, you have those people for life. And everybody should have those, like, those followers. If you're in business, you want those clients who will recurringly buy from you over and over again, that kind of thing. So when I talk about the last point, basically, oh my gosh, my time is up. I hope this has given you any value. By the way, you guys, do not forget, please, I'd like to invite you to, here's the link to sign up for my free workshop on Sunday the 29th. I just put it in the chat. Let me go in and do it on LinkedIn as well. I think I need to put it in the chat. Okay. Hang on. I hope people can see it. Oh, I'm not live on LinkedIn. Am I not? Oh, it doesn't look like I'm live, but let's see. Okay, yes, I am. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here in the comments on the live, right? Control V. And this is 5 simple steps to make money as a speaker. So that's happening on the 29th of June. So please just sign up, and then you get all the posts, all of the things, right? So I was saying last point is this, that when you start to speak, people see you in different ways that can serve you and increase your business. You can get new clients. You get podcast invites. You can do brand collaborations. You get media coverage. That has happened to some of my speakers. You get keynote opportunities, or you get invited to be a guest speaker with an appropriate honorarium or that kind of thing. There are so many ways for you to leverage this gift of speaking, or this ability to communicate, to actually make an impact and make an income. Join me tomorrow as I continue to just regale you with a lot of the stories and the possibilities if you consider seriously a career as a paid speaker. My name is Lisa Dublin. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to join the webinar that's happening on the 29th of June, where you get all the tips on how to, the 5 powerful steps to make money as a speaker. Bye, everybody. Take care.